had my uniform on and they thought I'd get killed.
Jane, I thought I was bad. Wait a minute. No.
and gentlemen, welcome to the Edgerton Ayersville final game of the regular season. The officials assigned tonight's game to the Ohio High School Athletic Association are referee Arlen Lowry, umpire Don Schmidt, linesman Greg Lawrence, line judge Keith Kramer, back judge Mike Waltermeyer.
Bill.
The starting lineup for the visiting Ayersville Pilots defensive unit. At the end, number 83, Randy Richards. Number 40, Dave Delano. At nose guard, number 50, Kurt Partee. At the tackle, number 7, Cole. Number 67, Don Andrews.
Hello! Here's the fighting team, and we're from the other side. We want to say hello to you with all our fighting pride. The battle is beginning. We wish good luck to you. Remember the violence. We are the Golden Blue.
Just put my contacts up.
Don't tell me you're going to get back at me for not going to last week's game. I'm going to have to film the whole thing.
The only thing I have with this game is it's not all like focus. This is. I'm not used to it. Really don't have to do that.
Well, see, the old one we had wasn't automatic. Well, yeah, the one before that was.
The old one, I said it was going to be, it was good for any place in the field. This one's got a little more pizzazz to it. When I get down right there where those girls were, I had to back up.
Now, yeah, there's a camera, 2 cameras ago. We had,
Who is?
Not bad. Greg up maybe on the fence. You'll be a different eye when you get that chin. Yeah, that's me. That's right. Be on the side. Do that. You set up there. Yeah. I tell you, this is the first year.
Game of the year.
Go down, I'll take your picture.
Yeah.
I spent my trips out there. It's your turn now.
I got there 2 years ago when we played Fairview. You remember? I ran all over the daggone sideline that night.
Who's you all going? This party?
Already had it that night.
Yeah, you bet.
Huh? Yeah, he's one that's been with me the last few years. That's the way it was last year, too. Both sides had people all the way 100 yards.
That's what the boys said. Last year, run all the way down. Run 100 yards. Then we got to walk away.
That's fun. They can do it clean. Get into the spirit of it. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 1987 Edgerton Bulldogs for the final game of the season. Dr. Six is out of bounds on the 15 yard. Another flag on the play.
One more time.
Kick taken by Robbie. Tackles on the Over the ball plays, gain of about hand out to Jeff Davis, goes the right side of the Ayersville line. Stop there for a couple yards. They're going back to Weber. And 42 takes the ball carrier straight ahead. Gain of about 3 on the play. Davis the ball carrier straight up the middle. Gain of about 2 on the play. Stopped by Kurt Partoon and Shelby Dawson. Takes back the level. Drives the left side of it. Gain of 3.
Go,
Davis completes the pass. Davis completes the pass over the middle. And off to Redders. And off to the middle, Davis. Getting a run on the play. Stopped by the middle of the road. And off to Redders. And it goes on inside. Ball handed off to Davis. Davis second effort. Not their first down. Seven on the play. Number 40 on the tackle. Joey Colino. Second down 12 for the goal line for the Bulldogs. Davis the back there. Davis will bring the extra point. Lewis takes the kick off. He's going straight up the middle. First and 10, Ayersville Pirates. Number 32, the ball carrier. Under touchdown, 12-yard run by 33, Scott Thomas. The score is 5. That's the point is good. Whoever receives the kick. Returns at about 26. Rebel ball carrier, one off the left side. Jacob back to pass. Pass is incomplete. Out of bounds. Penalty on the play. Pitch back to Eddy. Brings back to 5 yards. Pitch back to Davis on the right side. Gains about 3 yards on it. 15-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. Illegal block. Brings up about 3rd and 20. Another flag. Pass intended for Weber. Davis back to punt for Bulldogs. Carnahan back to receive the punt for the Pilots. And a hands off to Slacker. Brought down by Tony Brown. After getting
Hey, it's just 3 inches.
and off again to Slacker. Goes to left right side. Gain of about 3 on the play. Ball pitch back to Slacker. Brought down the play by number and off in the middle to number 33. Scott Cole. Oh. Ball complete over the middle. Stop on a play by Slogo. Rumble on the play. He's coming by the ball. Davis again, the ball carrier. Gain of about
Come on, Bulldogs!
ball handed off to Pete, the ball carrier. Gain of about 7 on the play. Davis again, the ball carrier. Right up the middle. Gain of about 5 to 6 on the play. Hand out to Webber. Webber again, the ball carrier. Gains about Davis, the ball carrier. Fights off one stop. Goes for first down. And final on the play. Flag on the play. Stopped by Kurt by 2 and Griffin. Davis, the ball carrier. Right up the middle. And stop on the play. It's 72 for the Bulldogs. Webber, the ball carrier. Gain of about Webber straight up the middle. Gain of 3. the ball forward. Stops the no gain. Ball back in. Davis in the block. Davis drives straight ahead for about 8 yards. One of the ball carriers, they go to the left side of the line. Looks like he has enough. Complete the run on the flat, running up the left side of the field. Moving out of bounds. Davis the ball carrier. Driving. Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up a pitch back to Weber. Weber on the left side. Davis to attempt the extra point. Brown holding. Pitch back. Slots in up going to the Pirates. Pitch up on the 36-yard line. 3-10 Pirates. Get it! After comes over the right side. Need about 8 on the play. Number 20, ball carrier. Pick out the Slotty. Slotty back on. That's about a 7-yard gain, 8-yard gain. And off straight up the middle, number 33, Scott Ford. And at the ball, picks back to Slotty. Pitch back to Lewis. Back on the play. And then the lead is 2. Running back to pass. Keeps the ball. Throws it down the side to keep it.
Get him! Let's go!
Pitch back to Slotty.
Number 20, help on. Let's go, Dogs!
Back to the back carrier. Slotty again, the ball carrier. And no gain. It's back to Slotty again. Slotty takes the extra point and a holding.
Face mask, come on!
At the nice return on the 33-yard line.
Well, possible.
Lego, quick out to Davis. Vega just takes the ball back and drops to his knees. Pitch is out to Webby. Webby driven out of bounds.
25 seconds.
Get a heck of a punt here, buddy. Nice one, nice one. Go Bugs!
And about the pass. That's Luke with an all-out ball. And out to Lewis, go up the middle. Gain of the and about the pass.
That's what it boils down to. He's got to run backwards.
And it brings the Pilots up. And back to pass. Under a rush. Gain about a half a yard. Brings up second and 9. And it pushes back to Slockers from the side. Breaks one back. Gain of about 12. 32-10 Pilots on the Edgerton 46. And out to Slockers from the left side. Just by Danny Brothers, Jeff Davis. And a big round of Slockers, 18 cross. Looking back to Lewis. Lewis is knocked out of bounds by Randy Cook. Game of about 2-3 yards. Good stuff for Slockers. For the Pilots. 2-12 for the Pilots.
Bring him back. Come on,
Brings up a 35 for the Bulldogs. There's an injured pilot down in the field. Here's the run. It's back to Edgerton. In the right side. Steps outside. Steps out of bounds on the 35-yard line. Has him up for the first down. First and 10. It's back to Edgerton on the other side. Edgerton's the corner. Has up for it. Back to Edgerton. The ball goes in for Ayersville 20, Edgerton 19. Big taken by and out the slapper. About 14 on the play. Picks up about 3 on the play. Good shot to Flash. About 4 on the play, stopped by Gary Weber. Davis is down. Gain of 5, second 5. Move the ball there, referee. Gain of 7 on play. Shot by Weber and Brown. Assist by Ebony. First down, Pilots on the 19-yard line of the Bulldogs. Down for 5, gain of 14 on the play. First and goal for the Pilots on the Edgerton 5. And the pitch is about to block him on the left side. Davis straight ahead. Short gain on the play. Stopped by the middle of the Ayersville line. Brings up a second 9 for the Bulldogs. Pitch back to Weber. Weber cuts it back in. Gain to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. Stop on the play by 72, Matt Lloyd. There's a Pilot down on the field. Down to Randy. Randy forced the ball carrier straight up the middle. Stopped by Pregame and Cole. Gain of 4 on the play brings up a 4th and 2 for the Bulldogs. The score, Edgerton 19, Ayersville 26. That was the team for the Bulldogs. Pitch back to Legal procedure Bulldogs. Gets the ball back to the 8-yard line. 1st and 8 for the Bulldogs. Davis the ball carrier, tries the left side of the 8-yard line. Stop on the play by Carnahan and Richard. And off again, the Davis trying to left side of the 8-yard line. We're about 2 on the play. Stop by Carnahan. For 82. Ball on the Ayersville 35, 1st and 10. Hand off the coach, set up the Stop by 72, Everly, and 10. And hands off the court. Drive the middle. Loss of the yard on the play. Hand off the court. Slowed up by Davis. Tackle by Slager. Being a 3, 2nd and 7 for the Pilot. Gets back to Slager. Edgerton 19. Flag on the play. Nice return by Weber. Liberty Center 19, Ayersville 14. Davis the ball carrier. Unit 4-5 on the play. Tyrell and Rutherman on the stop. Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Bulldogs. Looks for a Bulldog first down. Official timeout in the field. Injury timeout.
Get off the field, you're tired. Tired, but we're ahead. We'll be right back. We'll
go back to pass. Go pass.
Mark this one, he can't make a decision.
The field was still confirmed. I feel a ruling an incomplete forward pass and then a holding penalty against the Bulldogs. Makes it 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs. It's off the Weber. Outside. Stopped after a short feed. Stopped by Gearshoots and Leatherman. Legal pushing back to Davis. Davis on the left side. Down about Slosser and Hannah.
Down here, he's fast and runs.
Take it back to pass. Goal for the Pirates on the floor. Locker to attempt the extra point and a hold. Ball taken by Jeff Davis, the ball carrier on the outside. We have 7 on the play. Davis, the ball carrier. We have 7 on the play. Good for a first down for the Bulldogs. Leatherman on the stop. Along with Don Andrews. It's back to Weber. Nice run by Dave. Gain of 4 yards on the play. Stopped by Leatherman. And Krugman. It's back to Weber, keeping his right side. That's Chelsea with 1 on the play. Stopped by Coleman and Andrews. Jeff Davis, the ball carrier. Gain to about 5. 4th and 3 for the Bulldogs. Over the ball. Turns it up to the first down.
Way to go, Bulldog!
Tackled by Schlocker and Bierschutz. Official sign out. First down, Edgerton. One more grand stop for that carrier. Giving about 8 on the play. Counter play. Sign out the drill. Official sign out. Injured Bulldog down. Jay Weber's back carrier. Outside. Number 3 on the play. Good for first down. Started by Dean Proctor.
So shocked, I was like,
Pitch back to Weber. No gain on the play. Tackled by Chris Proctor. up the second and 10 from the Bulldogs. David Henry straight up the middle. Gains at about 24-yard line, gain about 6. 36 for the Bulldogs. Every center, 19. That's the end of the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Final score, Ayersville 39, Edgerton 19. Again, let's look at the 1987 Bulldogs. Good luck to him.
You know Jack Verlaine, right? Jack Verlaine.
No. Go fight. Yes. Hey, buddy. I knew it. Yes. Scratch back. Good game, Chris.
Great turnout all season long. I think his team had to, as I've said all along, had to make a name for itself, which they certainly have throughout the course of the year. Improved a lot, saw a lot of exciting football, especially tonight. But anytime you go undefeated in a season, you got to take your hat off to the guys who did it, the guys who performed week in and week out. I tell you, there's a lot of pressure out there at times. We certainly appreciate all your support. I know we got one more week anyway. It's exciting to be back in the playoffs. A lot of these guys can, a lot of memories. 3 years in a row GMC champs, 29 regular season victories. We're real happy for them and for you parents and all the people of Ayersville. So we'll get ready for next. We'll know Sunday afternoon who and where. So we'll know that Sunday afternoon. Wherever the case may be, we'll be there with our chin straps buckled up, ready to go. So we'll go for a guest.
Almost no defense at all throughout the first 3 quarters of that game.
Yeah, you're right, Dave. When Barry said those nasty people on defense, I wondered where our defense went to last night, to be honest with you. But no, you got to give a lot of credit to Edgerton. As we mentioned last night, they have 2 of the finest backs that we've seen all year, and probably you've seen all year too, and Steve Davis and Dave Weber. And I don't know if it was so much our defense as their offense.
You know, I guess they had 323 yards of total offense last night. You guys posted 337. You ever been in a game like that where both teams moved the ball up and down against each other as well as both teams did last night?
Well, it's been quite a while. I kind of think back to maybe against Newark Catholic last year, except it was a little bit the other way. They passed the ball at will, and we ran the ball at will. It was a little like that, but it's been a long, long while that I've seen 2 teams run the ball so effectively.
Is there anything that you tried last night that didn't work during those first 3 quarters?
Well, we tried just about everything that we had on the books, and we tried to make some little adjustments and tried just about every defense we had. So it wasn't, like say, so much our defense. I think it was just a credit to Edgerton's offense.
And Edgerton came out in their offensive formations. I think they used 9 different formations we counted in the first half.
Well, that didn't surprise us. We knew that they had a lot, and we had prepared for it. But again, they executed very well out of those different formations.
Did you do anything, change up things defensively in the second half? Their quarterback, Tom Flegel, was 5 of 6 in the first half passing, and then he couldn't hit the broadside of a barn in the second half.
Well, I don't know how many times he passed the second half, but I think initially in the second half they felt they could just continue to run the ball, which they did for a while. And as we mentioned last night, the big offensive pass interference in the end zone was a big key to stopping one of their drives. But no, we didn't really do anything different defensively. We just made a couple little adjustments with our defensive tackles.
Now, you finished 10-0. Talk a little bit about your season.
Thanks, Mary.
Talk a little bit about your year before we get into the playoff picture. It had to be very satisfying for you.
Oh, yes. I think at the beginning of the year, a lot of people had a lot of question marks about us, and maybe even including us a little bit because we had such a rebuilding job to do, especially in our offensive line. And I'm just really tickled pink for the kids who came in and did the job in our offensive line. They're kids that have been playing football now for 4 or 6 years, and there's 3 or 4 of them that haven't played at all until this year, their senior year, because there was such a good class ahead of them. So I'm just, tickled to death for those kids.
Name some of those kids.
Well, there's Doug Brown, Eric McCoy, and Tim Kuhlman. Those 3 in particular are seniors, and they didn't get a play until this year. But yet they hung in there, they persevered, they worked hard in the weight room, and I'm just so happy for them.
Was there a highlight to this year so far?
Well, a highlight. Well, when you go 10-0, I guess that's a highlight. But certainly, I feel real good for the kids when you go 10-0 undefeated. I think in any sport, that's great for the kids. I think a real character builder for us was the Eden game, and that had to be a highlight when we won it in overtime. And the kids really, I think, gained a lot of identity there.
Now, you told me a couple of days ago that you knew this team would probably have to go unbeaten in order to make the playoffs. You did it. Did you go right out and tell the kids at the beginning of the year, hey, we're going to have to go unbeaten to make the playoffs? How did you approach that?
Well, they know that. See, in our conference, we're in a good conference. If you go undefeated, you can make it to the playoffs. But yet, on the other hand, if you go 9-1, probably you're not going to make it in because of the other conferences around it and the schedules that they have. So the kids realize that they're going to have to go undefeated, and, you don't have to really talk about it. They just know that.
And I know that I asked you this question before, but how did you keep them so focused on game after game instead of worrying at times about those computer ratings?
Well, I think that's a credit to the kids themselves and to my coaching staff, who is, we're a pretty low-key bunch, and we just try to take each week at a time, and I think we focus in on what we're trying to do with that particular opponent. So, you know, the credit to the kids to mentally concentrate for 10 weeks, plus the job that my coaching staff did.
Now, I asked you last night, do you think you're in the playoffs?
I think so, yeah. I think we made it in. Whether we're second or third depended upon some other games relative to Delphus Jefferson and the points they had, but I'm pretty sure that we in. Of course, we will know for sure tomorrow afternoon, but right now it looks like at least we know 3 of the teams that are in are going to be Monroeville, Delphus Jefferson, and ourselves, and the 4th place will be up for grabs.
Now, have you sat down and tried to figure up the computer points?
No, not at all. And that's true.
Who do you think is going to get that second spot? It really has to do with that Calvert-St. Henry game, doesn't it?
Right, and that, you know, if Calvert beats St. Henry, I would say that they got a real good shot of getting in. I know a key game for Liberty Center was the North Baltimore-Ottawa Hills, and I see that Ottawa Hills got beat, so I think that would hurt Liberty Center's chances of getting in that 4th spot. So, you know, if Calvert can get in, if they win, they'll get in. But then there's always Fostoria St. Wendland, who's, if Calvert loses, has got a chance to get in there. And maybe even Arlington.
Do you know how now Fostoria St. Wendland is done and they'll average out those points? Do you have any idea how they do that?
Well, it's a scheduled open date, so I'm pretty sure they only get an average. It's an average. I'm not sure if it's of their first level points of their opponents. It's something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I know there's a little difference between a scheduled open date and then an unscheduled open date.
So what the idea is right now, Monroeville 1, Jefferson 2, Ayersville 3, and then that 4th slot is open between Calvert, Fostoria St. Wendland, Arlington, Liberty.
Right.
Okay. So who do you think your first round opponent will be?
Well, I know that 1 won't play 2 and 3 won't play 4, so it could be 1, 3, 2, 3, or whatever. And then they go geographically. So it depends on, like I say, who finishes where. Monroeville's 1, and if Delphus is 2 and we're 3, and like if Liberty Center was 4, I would say we'll probably end up playing, if we're 3 and Liberty Center's 4, we'll end up playing Delphus would be my guess. That's the way it would be. Now, if Liberty Center would have won, they would have ended up number 2, and we probably would have played them. So I would say if Delphus and us are 2-3, we'll probably end up playing each other would be my guess. Unless maybe somebody like, maybe a Fostoria St. Wendland might get in that 4th spot. Who knows?
So everything is still up in here. When do you find out?
Tomorrow afternoon, about 1:30 to 2, the state calls the schools. So we'll know tomorrow.
And you've already scheduled practice for Monday.
Oh, yes, right. We have a team meeting tomorrow night. Hopefully tomorrow afternoon we will know, and we'll make our film exchanges tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be showing the kids some films a little bit for about an hour tomorrow night. And then I know we play on Saturday, and that's good for us because we need that extra day of preparation to heal up the bumps and bruises, if nothing else, this week.
Now, I know that a lot of people mention experience. How much will the experience of last year, the kids that were on last year's team, help you out in this year's playoffs?
Well, it's going to help some. I would say from last year's playoffs, I think that the thing that helped us the most this year is the early part of the season when we were just building with these young kids in the line and everything. I think the attitude that carried over from last year really helped us early in the season. Now, I think this team has its own identity by the end of the season. But certainly being there, the ones that were playing last year, they've had a taste of that, and that's got to help some, yes.
You know, I almost hate to ask you this question. If you don't want to answer it, go ahead. But if you do play Delphus Jefferson, that defense is just outstanding. What do you know about it?
Well, all you got to do is look at the scores. But when you have 4 or 5 Division I football players, that tells you the quality of personnel that they have at Delphus. And Kevin Fell, you know, he has done a great job down there with this group of kids that have come up through these last 3 or 4 or 5 years. You know, it really doesn't make any difference who you play. You know, everyone talks about Delphus, and they're certainly an outstanding ball club. I think that they're the best in the state of Ohio. I voted for them number 1 every week in my UPI vote. But whatever the case may be, you're going to have to play them one time or another.
And how about the fans that you had? They followed you around all year long, and you had a great following last night in Edgerton.
Well, it's been tremendous, and it's great. I tell you, when you see those people, and we had a big send-off last night from the school, and beginning to see a few signs in people's yards now. I think they're getting the fever a little bit, you know, here towards the end of the season. But the following that we have, when you walk on the field just in your pregame warm-up, And we're usually out a little earlier than the other teams, and you see our stands packed and people on the other side of the field, too, from Ayersville. It's a great feeling.
Now, final question, injury problems. Any injuries after last night?
We're bumped and bruised. I'll tell you, Scott Kolb took a real shot to his hand. He had it x-rayed. It's not broken, but it's severely bruised up, and I don't know if he'll be able to play any fullback or at least tote the ball for us, but he will play defense for us. Dave Delano, who went down early in the game, he had an x-ray on his ankle. It's not broken. I think it's, again, just a severe bruise, but it's in a bad place. It could be a little ligament damage in there because it's above the angle in the front, which is kind of a strange place. Ron Leatherman, shoulder, popped out a little bit, but it went back in, so we don't know. He's going to be sore. He had good movement in it after the game last night, not a whole lot of pain. So those three in particular, they're going to have to heal up this week.
Okay, Coach, congratulations, 10-0. Good luck next week.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Coach Craig McCord of the Ayersville Pilots, and we'll be back to wrap up this morning's show after this timeout.